I'm getting a little nervous. The dead dinosaurs in there. Oh! And all the other guys on YouTube make it look so much easier than I do. What's up, baby? We back. Here we are today with this beautiful 1984 Harley Davidson XLCH Ironhead. We are going to be redoing the front end. We got a set of +2 forks and we're gonna rebuild it. If y'all could do me a favor and go up top, hit the subscribe button so you can go watch a bunch of other videos that I've made already and see the ones that I'm gonna be coming out with in the future. We had a little break, a little bit of a hiatus, not on purpose, just because life gets in the way sometimes, and sometimes we ain't got time to film everything we do. So, check it out. It's giveaway time, baby. We are giving away an RBW Skull throttle knob, complete with your choice of 4 different color knobs for your 2008 or newer throttle-by-wire Harley Davidson. The way to win. Go up top, hit the link in my bio, subscribe to my YouTube. If you don't already, follow me here on Instagram, and then go follow RBW Skull. When you're done doing that, comment on this post below, tag 2 of your friends, and that'll lock down your entry. As soon as they hit 10,000 followers, we will be picking a winner. And if you're local to Corona, California, as a bonus, bring your bike down to my shop and I'll install it for free. Share this post with your friends, share it on your story. Good luck. So I've done quite a bit of front end rebuilds, but this will be the first time I've ever rebuilt the 35mm, so hopefully I don't fuck it up too bad. I don't think I will. They're not all that much different. I got the rebuild kit, I got the oil. We are gonna be replacing this brake hose, brake line, because it was all bent up and funky. But other than that, really this bike's almost, well, they're never really fucking done, but it's done for now, at least for this trip. You guys have seen this in a previous video. I think I was doing a charging system upgrade. So sweet, man. I love this little bike. I don't think I've ever seen an Ironhead this pristine in person. So it is a joy to work on this thing. It has not been rat fucked by idiots over the years. It's pretty clean. So it definitely makes it a joy to work on. And again, this is not a tutorial. I am not giving tutorials. I do things how I do things, and if you can learn a little trick or two from me, then that's awesome. If you think I'm doing it wrong, go down and tell me in the comments. Tell me I'm a fucking idiot, because 9 times out of 10, you'd probably be right. I'm not the type to sit here and act like I'm the expert Harley mechanic or the expert mechanic in general. I just been turning wrenches and doing this kind of shit since I could walk. And unfortunately, when you're self-taught working on things, sometimes yourself teaches yourself stupid shit. So yeah, don't take, long story short, you don't need to take it as a tutorial. And I like to use power tools because, you know, I charge by the hour, so the slower I go, the more money I make. Just kidding. I am a bit of a Neanderthal, hence the name Yeti. And power tools, if you're not careful, at least putting shit back together, you can, oh, hello there. We can strip out stuff pretty easy. So I tend to just use hand tools. I think also because I've always been a broke ass up until, well, I'm still a broke ass, but. And that too, that pisses me off when like the tool doesn't have the torque to break it loose, so then you gotta put it on a ratchet, and then you use the ratchet to break it loose, and then you use the power tool. I think that's stupid. So usually I just stick to the ratchet. Try it, baby. Manpower. There's probably gonna be guys in the comments, oh, you need a Milwaukee. Milwaukee will break it loose. Probably. I'm not paying for no damn Milwaukee. Unless somebody wants to buy me one. Someone want to buy me a Milwaukee? I'll take it. I'll put my my Amazon wish list up. You guys can buy me shit. Okay, I'm gonna put that somewhere safe. The Evo Sportsters, the axle just goes through, and then you have a pinch bolt. On these, you actually have bottom clamps on either one. So what does that mean? I don't know what that means, but I know that that's different than what's on the 39mm that I'm used to. Hey there. All right, so this is a 15/16. You know what? I just realized I probably did something stupid. It might still work. We'll see. I'm probably going to turn the whole axle. Let's see. Let's see. Yep, I'm an idiot. Okay. I'll tighten this side back up. There we go. That axle is loose. Loosey goosey. Hopefully the bike doesn't fall off the lift. Muy importante. Make sure you pay attention to the orientation and location of your wheel spacers, because that way they go back in the same way they came out. I can't tell you how many bikes have come through here after like somebody's tried to work on it themselves, and then like they put the wrong spacers on the wrong side and like their fucking wheel is off like an inch. So just good rule of thumb, all Harley front ends after, according to one of my comments the other day, after like 70 something are Japanese, and these are Showa forks if I remember correctly. So oh yeah, it says Japan Showa. So these are like little dust covers. They're in good shape. I don't think the rebuild kit comes with new ones, so I'm trying not to fuck these up. What the hell? Again, I'm fucking learning as I go. I don't know what I'm doing. Definitely down here is pinch bolt, so we're gonna take this pinch bolt off the lower tree. That's probably fucking, no, it's not metric, it's just dirty. Pop this guy loose. Oh, you are tight, bitch. Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Let's take a look at the new tubes from Hard Drive American V-Twin products. It says 2-inch over. Also says made in Taiwan, so I don't think that's an American V-Twin product. That's a Taiwanese V-Twin product, but that's okay. Sometimes you gotta go to Taiwan, Ted. Jahon.
What is that in Taiwanese?
Fucking fork tube. I only know Spanish and English. These tubes, they are tapered at the top according to the new one, which I knew that, but I didn't know that. And to get that tapered tube out, we need to take the cap off. And to take the cap off, to be able to fit my fork tube socket, I need to take the eyebrow off. So that's what I'm doing. I'll pop this little eyebrow off, gain us access to the top cap, and hopefully I can figure out a way to hold the cap so that I don't smash the piss out of my hand with the spring up against the handlebars or something weird when I go to take it off. So we are figuring it out as we go, baby. Let's see what happens next. Hopefully I don't fucking hurt myself here. All right. It's kind of sketchy. Put on the old safety squints. Oh God. Fuck, dude, I don't know. I'm getting a little nervous. I don't have it. I want an extension, but fuck it. It's like there's people out there that love to pretend they know what they're doing, but I just flat out will always say I don't know what I'm doing, even if I kind of know what I'm doing, because if you're not learning shit, you know, life's kind of boring. Fuck, dude, I hope I don't have to learn the hard way right now, though. Please don't hurt me. Please don't send me to the slaughterhouse. What the fuck, dude?
Oh, you're spinning the tube.
Oh, am I? No.
Yeah.
No, there's like no fucking preload.
Yeah.
I had no reason to be fearful. Fucking weak ass front end, dude. It didn't even pop. You can smell the dead dinosaurs in there.
They didn't know what preload was in the early 80s.
Nope.
No.
Alrighty. Now we're gonna do one side at a time on this thing because, especially because I don't know what I'm doing. If it's in a taper, it might be a little stuck. So, what we're gonna do,
Thread and mallet?
thread it in a little bit. Shit, one finger, dude. There's barely any preload on that motherfucker. I think. Oh, fuck, it bit me. You cocksucker. Ow, dude. God damn it. Fuck. Oh well, at least it's my left hand. At least it's not my strong hand.
I better use my strong hand.
And I'm gonna get it all oily too and just fuck it up. This is gonna sound super ignorant, but I don't get, like, when I get cuts and shit, they never get infected. I just do this. They never get infected. Maybe it's because my body is fucking biohazard already, so even bacteria can't live in it. I don't know, dude. Oh, there we go. We got a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Ooh, that's milky.
Yeah, it's a little chocolatey milky. That's crazy, dude. Oh yeah. He's a squirter. Alright, cool. I'm not even gonna bother putting a rag on that because I know that's fucked. Spring in real quick. Nut back in real quick. Yeah, there's like no fucking preload on that thing at all. There's no spacer.
You need to make one.
Fuck. Yeah, fuck it. We'll figure it out. Just need to get this fucker apart first. Let's try not to pinch our hand again. Fuck the content. That hurt. That being said, if you like what you're watching, please go up top and subscribe to this video for more of my antics. Okay, let's see. Can we kind of prop that against the table? Oh, some bitch was tight. Hey there. Oh yeah. It appears that the next thing that we take apart is we're gonna pop this little retaining ring out. Like so, and try not to shoot ourselves in the face with it. Now again, I know that I'm not reusing these tubes and they're pitted, so I'm not gonna try to resell them or reuse them for anything. But you wanna make sure, no matter what, that you're holding them above where you would ever have any travel. Because if you have a nick in this and you go to change these fork seals, you're just gonna rip that fork seal and waste your time. So when you're doing this and you got good tubes, try not to scratch them up. Just like that. Seems pretty straightforward. It's very similar to the 39 millimeter. Yeah, it's almost exactly the same as the 39 millimeter. We've got lower bushing, upper bushing, thick washer, thin washer, and then the fork seal. So cool. Oh, tasty. Perfect. Yeah, it's in good shape. It's not all beat up. Like, tell me, dude, this bike is fun. They were kind of like a starter bike back in the day, like how the Sportsters, Evo Sportsters are too. But man, they're notoriously rode hard and put away wet. But yeah, it's in pretty good shape. Not mad about it. All right, let's take a look. See here. Interesting. Oh, this is different. Shit. Oh, fuck.
Because of that groove at the bottom?
It's totally different. They might be fucked. Damn, dude, that would suck. They bought the wrong parts. After doing a little bit of internet sleuthing, it appears that these 35 millimeter fork tubes, although they are 35 millimeter fork tubes, are for an earlier 35 millimeter front end. There's no provision here for a bushing on this one. Also, this one has a way bigger hole in it, and there's probably some other stuff that is not going to work. So unfortunately for now, we are dead in the water on this job. I got to talk to the customer, and I didn't buy these parts. They did. They brought them to me like this, which I probably should have ordered them, but again, I might have made the same mistake. So anyways, no sense in crying over spilt milk. We got the wrong parts, and we're gonna get the right ones, and we will come back to this one. So stay tuned. What it do, baby? We back. We got all the parts for the Ironhead Sporty. Hopefully they're right. I haven't pulled them out of the box and checked yet. We were able to source them from Sporty Parts out in Fullerton. So let's double check what we got. If you remember from last time, we had the wrong year tubes, and they were not the same design. They were 35 millimeter, but they were incorrect. I hope they are, because I'm going to be pissed if they don't fit. Hell yeah, that looks correct to me. Cool. So we got the correct setup for the bushings, and we got a different rebuild kit too. So we will get started. Looks like they're about 2 inches longer, which is what we wanted. So that's a win. Thank you, Sporty Parts, for getting us the right shit. Remember last time I smashed the piss out of my fucking hand. Oops. With our little spring. We are just doing a tube replacement, so we're not adding any kind of cartridges or anything super special with the front end. What the hell? There we go. Perfect. There's one. There's two. There's three. All right. It's like that Blink 182 cover. Boom, boom. Got our slider. And this guy slides on there. So, next thing we're gonna do, disassemble that. Pull these baddies off. Working with gloves is nice to keep your hands clean, but it makes it harder to work for sure. Alright. So we got this guy. This guy. Got our spring. Come on, damn it. There we go. Goddamn gloves. I'm actually going to have to go and probably go get some material to make spring spacers, because we are 2 inches taller, and this thing didn't have any spacers when it came out, so we're going to have to add some spacers into it. Otherwise, it's not going to be up any higher. It's just going to sink down lower on the fork slider. Yeah, see, we have all that give now. So you want to be careful. You don't want to scratch up anywhere that's going to be sliding. If I am doing shit wrong, feel free to talk some shit to me. Okay. If you enjoy watching me make an absolute idiot out of myself, hit the subscribe button, because I'll be here forever. The internet is forever after all. As you can see, there's no copper washer in there. But one thing for sure I've seen on the 39 millimeters is that washer will get stuck, and you can accidentally double up the washers, and then you'll be wondering why it's leaking, and that's why. The reason why I put the spring in there, so I could kind of hold this guy down and give it some tension, because otherwise when you go to tighten these up, the dampener tube will actually spin inside and not allow you to tighten it up. So now we have sliding action. Okay, so that bushing goes there. Like I said, I'm kind of fumbling around. It's also a lot easier to do when nobody's watching. Round and round we go. When it stops, nobody knows. Monster's starting to kick in a little bit. Spring out of the way. Then that washer. And that washer. It's actually kind of nice about these compared to the 39 millimeter tubes. You have a nice taper up here. So I'm not super worried about nicking the seal. Whereas with the 39 millimeter, it's just kind of a flat deal. So Anyways, let me set this here. Now the next part's gonna be fun because I don't know if I have the right size fork seal driver. Oh yeah, that'll work. It's just gonna be a bitch to hold on to. Just drop that guy in. Once we get to the lip, it should be easy peasy. Okay, now we're deep enough. It's always a little awkward popping those in, but god damn it, dude. And all the other guys on YouTube make it look so much easier than I do. Ah, you bitch! I'm sweating like a fucking whore in church right now. Jesus Christ. Just so you guys know, we are in the middle of a hurricane warning in California. Never thought I'd heard those words come out of my mouth. So it is insanely humid, which makes fat boys like myself sweat like pigs. There we go, crisis averted. Oh yeah, oh yeah, she slides. About 2 inches of lift. She didn't want to go super big on this thing. We're not building her like a chopper, but definitely wanted to go up a little bit. Another thing that I did, I don't remember if I explained it in the last video, but I put a new set of Biltwell Murdoch risers, rewired her Speedo. Before it had a tack and a Speedo, she just wanted a single. And then also added oil pressure light and a high beam light. High beams on, high beams off, high beams on, high beams off, and oil pressure. So, but if the headlight's not grounded, it's just high beam all the time. Fuck the gloves, dude. I can't deal with the gloves. Look how fucking wet my hands are. So one thing I kind of forgot about, but I remembered when I was doing it, so I did forget about it, is I need to add spacers in here because the spring is the same size but the tube's longer. So what a lot of the 39mm front ends have is just actually a piece of PVC pipe. So I am going to make a run to Ace Hardware, hopefully just Ace Hardware, hopefully not multiple places, to try to find some 7/8 OD PVC pipe or something similar. I have a piece of bar stock that's the right diameter, but I don't like the idea of using solid bar in there. It's kind of heavy and there's no point in using this for that. So off to Ace Hardware we go. And we're back from Ace Hardware. Luckily, they had the material that we need. This is a 1/2 inch PVC schedule 40. 40 is the wall thickness, so it's 1/2 inch, and that puts us at about 875 thou diameter, which the diameter of the spring is about 900, aka we're good to go with this stuff. So I'm actually gonna go probably 2.5. I'm gonna go a little bit taller to add a little bit more preload to the front end of this thing, and then if it ends up being too stiff, we can pull them out and kind of change it, but we're gonna start off at 2.5. I don't know where my PVC cutter is, so I'm just gonna use a cutoff wheel. We also have these washers. These are just gonna go on the top and on the bottom of the spacer. And that basically allows the spring to move around and not really like eat and rub into the PVC. And then same thing with the cap when we go to screw it on. It's just extra precaution that we don't chew up the PVC tube. Cool, puts us right above 2.5 inches. I'll flatten up this side on the belt sander and then do the other side. Cool. So those will work there. Now from the factory, Harley says that these use 6.7 ounces. The problem with that is these are a little bit longer. So I have a special measuring device I'm going to show you guys that I measure from the top with as far as fluid goes. The way that this little guy works, it's got lines on the tube. So I'm going to actually set this one a little bit lighter. I'll set it to 150 millimeters. So that means that fluid is going to go all the way to 150 millimeters from the top. So all you do is you fill it up, and you pull vacuum on this suction cup, and that pulls fluid all the way out till it's 150 millimeters down from the top. Like I said, I've used this method on a lot of bikes, and I have never had any issues yet.
You have a name for that tool?
Nope. I have no idea what it's called. I don't even remember where I got it. So we're going to be using some Maxima V-twin fork oil, some 10 weight, a little bit thicker than what comes from the factory. And whenever you do this, you want to make sure you give it plenty of strokes to get all the bubbles out. So you want your fork completely collapsed. Stick your tool in there. Start sucking. And give it some suck. Now we're pulling bubbles, so we know that the fluid is exactly 150 millimeters from the top. That's all you got to do. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So we know that we have the correct fluid. The reason why I didn't fill the fluid on the bike was because it's at an angle, so I wouldn't be able to get an accurate measurement. Ooh, I almost fucked up. Dang it. Let's get our dust cover on there real quick. Okay. We don't got to crank the hell out of that because we're actually going to loosen it back up once we start tightening down the top nut, and then we would hit the clamp. So this is just to hold it while I put all this stuff together. Boom. Whoa, whoa. Getting sketchy. Make sure pull it up nice and tight into the taper. Awesome. Pretty close to 2 inches taller in the front, which I like. It's gonna be a little bit taller on the risers, and I think it's gonna look a lot better. She's kind of short, so we'll see if she likes it or not. It's gonna look cool, so we'll see how she likes riding it. We're done with this side. Now we're gonna move on to this one. Tube was just supposed to pop out of this tree, but it's not, and that's why you've been watching me beat on it. We're not reusing the tube, so I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, I cannot get this fucker loose, and I don't know why. We had to beat the shit out of it to get it out, but now we're gonna go ahead and disassemble the rest of this thing. The rest of this piece of shit fork tube. Not easy to use or ride. So yeah, that took a lot longer than it needed to. The old fork tube was seized up inside of the tree, so I had to beat the shit out of it to get it out, but we did. And then when we were changing the seals, come to find out, somebody had put a newer style 35 millimeter seal in one side and the old style in the other side. And so the spacers below the seal were incorrect. And that's why sometimes you can't just put stuff back together how you took it apart, because the person that worked before you was an idiot and did it wrong. So that's what I ended up finding out. But we got all the new seals in. So next thing we're gonna do is get the front wheel on. As far as the front end goes, she'll be good to go. Hopefully the bike don't fall off the lift. And I'm cinched up enough to hold it straight. You really want to make sure that you keep this gap the same. You don't want this cap twisted one way or the other. I'm sure it wouldn't fall off of the front end, but to me that's kind of sketchy. Slap our axle nut on. We're going to torque it to 50 pounds. Alright, spins good. Now, give our end caps the beans. Actually, I think these have a torque spec of 35 foot-pounds. Come on, baby. What the fuck, Chuck?
It's not spun, right?
No. No, it's just being sketchy.
Emotional, damn it!
Well, ain't that about a bitch? That's all right. Better to happen here than on the road.
Why didn't it torque out?
Oh, that bolt was probably already fucking going. That sucks. That puts an end to our work on this thing for today. I don't have anywhere to go get a stud today, so. Well, shit, man. Yeah, that's a kick in the teeth. This little Sportster's been giving me some hell today, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. Either I was fucking tripping on the torque spec, or, oh man, that's gonna fight me. This stud was on its way out, but we snapped the stud when I was tightening it, so unfortunately it's kind of fucked for today. Let's see if I can get this stud out. I was able to get this stupid ass stud to break loose. Doesn't mean we're out of the fire yet. Oh, it's still, come on, baby. Oh, my back's gonna hurt like a motherfucker. Oh, I am so glad we're able to get that out, dude. Fuck, that could have been bad. But, you know, if it was easy, everybody would do this shit. Gotta embrace the suck. Not everything is fucking as simple as it's made to look online. Sometimes you gotta fucking fight all day for one fucking bolt. That's just the way she goes. It's the way she goes, boys.
I'm sorry, man. Can't believe this happened.
It's the way she goes, buddy. The fucking way she goes.
Oh, thank God.
I don't see any oil on it, so.
No, I think we're good. I don't think it's a through hole, so. Which makes sense. I don't know why I thought it was. There it is. Son of a bitch. So, I wonder if I should change all of them. Probably shouldn't push my luck. Well, I think we're gonna end the video there today. It's a good example of how something so simple can turn into a major issue. This was actually like one of the last pieces of hardware that needed to go on this thing before the whole job was done. Sometimes you're the hammer and sometimes you're the nail. But yeah, if you like watching me struggle, if you like what you're seeing, what this page is all about, do me a favor and subscribe to my channel. Also, follow me on all social media accounts. It's at Yeti Machine Co. And if you'd like to support, buy a hat, buy a coffee mug. Actually, I don't think I sell hats. I got to put hats up there. But buy a t-shirt. It's www.yetimachineco.com. Thanks, guys.